Keeping up with technology is getting harder and harder every time I make a video. So I thought maybe I'd start something completely different. What's going on, guys? My name's David Tomic and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me just a couple of days out before Christmas. If you celebrate, Merry Christmas to you all. If you don't, I really hope you go out and spend some time with your family, friends, or loved ones. And if for some random chance you're out traveling the world on your own, well, I hope you're making some fantastic new experiences and memories to last a lifetime. So for this video, I want to create something a little bit different that could hopefully turn into its own little mini series. Basically what I want to do is recap all the latest and greatest tech for the past 4 weeks or that respective month. So for today, we're going to be talking about all the latest and greatest tech that's come out in December 2019. I know for me, keeping up with technology trends is getting harder and harder because so much tech gets announced. And by the end of the month, I've completely forgotten about everything that's been released. So to make it easier on myself for these little mini videos, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to take notes throughout the whole month and then come back to you guys at the end of the month with some great content. If this is something that potentially interests you, subscribe button's just down there, smash it 2019 style. So let's start with something that's very expensive and looks like a cheese grater. You probably know what I'm talking about. It's the Apple Mac Pro. So the Apple Mac Pro and the XDR screen started shipping just last week and people have already started reviewing these things. It is well and truly out of my budget because it starts at 10,000 Australian dollars or about 6,900 USD and goes all the way up to 87,000 Australian dollars or about 60,000 USD for a computer. That doesn't count the screen at all. If you want the XDR screen, it's going to set you back at least another 8,500 Australian all the way up to 11,700 if you want the stand that accompanies it. For US prices, this is about 8,000 total for screen and stand package. That brings us to almost $100,000 Australian or almost 70,000 US for a computer. Don't get me wrong, this computer can do so much more than my desktop can behind me. But for your average Joe, this is well and truly out of the budget. Talking about things that are completely out of my budget, the Cybertruck was also announced in December 2019. If you're a Tesla fan, you know everything about this truck. If you're not a Tesla fan, you've probably heard a million and one things because it looks completely different to anything else on the market. It only costs about 100 US or 150 Australian to pre-order the Cybertruck, but you're going to be expecting to pay anywhere from about 50,000 Australian to about 110,000 Australian for the top of the range Cybertruck. This equates to about 40,000 American to about 75,000 American in total for the top of the range Cybertruck, including the self-driving features. Now, obviously this truck is still not even in production yet and will take about 2 years before it hits its first customer. The prices are more than likely going to change, go up, go down, who knows. But with a $100 or $150 deposit, you can secure yours and make sure you get it first if this is something that interests you. The one problem with Teslas though in Australia is you probably don't realize it, but Australia is huge. For example, from where I live to the capital city in my state is 500 kilometers. Now, the base model Tesla Cybertruck for whatever it was, 57,000 Australian dollars, can't even get me from home to the CBD. One charge of the Tesla Cybertruck gets you about 250 miles or 400 kilometers. So I'd need to bump up to the top of the range spec model at $110,000 to make it one trip from home to the CBD. That's not return. Obviously the CBD has some superchargers and has some power stations along the way, but everything in between is pretty much countryside and farms. So in Australia, having a base model Tesla is pretty much inconvenient always around if you're looking to travel anywhere outside of a major city. When you do travel, you do want to be entertained though. So the next thing on my agenda here today is Facebook's acquirement of the company called PlayGiga. If you don't know what PlayGiga is, that's alright, neither did I. PlayGiga is basically exactly the same company structure as what Google launched a couple months ago called Stadia. So PlayGiga and Stadia is an online cloud-based gaming solution. If you want to use your mobile device, your TV, your computer, absolutely anything in the world, you can play games like you used to play on Xbox and PlayStation, but now you can play them on any device that supports these platforms. Facebook acquired PlayGiga just a couple of days ago for 112 million Australian dollars or 78 million USD. This is a pretty nice score for PlayGiga, but it also means that this space is going to be booming and exploding in the next couple years. Google Stadia still isn't available in Australia, but it is starting to roll out in America. So we're going to start seeing these cloud-based gaming systems really take over what we know as your console gaming today. On a random side note, if you bought Facebook shares on the 21st of December 2018 and sold them today exactly 1 year later, you would have made a very nice 60% profit. And if you're thinking, oh, well, Facebook just keeps going up anyway, you can buy that anytime. Well, no, back in December, it was at its lowest it's been in a while, and it just continued to go up from here. It just declined and declined before the 21st of December. So if you were lucky, you would have picked a great date to buy Facebook shares. Now, if you use your Google Home, your Amazon Alexa, or any other smart home device to tell you share prices, what your day looks like, what's the weather like in the morning, well, it's about to get an even nicer upgrade. So Amazon, Apple, and Google have actually decided that they're going to collaborate and create an open source standard for all things on the internet. Basically what I'm trying to say there is if you have a smart home and have a smart home device, say your lighting and your Google Home, but usually it isn't compatible, moving forward in the future, all devices that are smart devices are going to be compatible with all the smart home speakers and smart home tablets and other devices that work with them. So no longer are you going to have to pick up a box and go, yep, it's compatible with Google, or yep, it's compatible with Amazon. You're just going to be able to pick up this product and go, sweet, I know it's going to work. This is a great step for the future of AI and the future of smart homes. It means everything will slowly get more and more affordable, so smart homes won't cost you $200,000-$300,000 to have C-Bus integrated throughout your whole home. It's probably going to cost you, I don't know, around 10 grand maybe to have absolutely everything running on your smart home device, which is something I definitely look forward to. This isn't really a tech thing, it's more of a futuristic kind of trend on social media at the moment. And if you've been paying attention in December 2019, you would have definitely noticed Baby Yoda popping up everywhere. For all my entrepreneur friends out there, I hope you've been able to capitalize this on some way, shape or form. Samsung was definitely one of my smart entrepreneur friends out there capitalizing on the Star Wars and Baby Yoda trend. If you've noticed, they recently released a Galaxy Note 10 Plus Star Wars edition. But on top of everything that comes standard in the Note 10 box, you also get a custom Note 10 device, you get a pair of custom Galaxy Buds, a custom Star Wars case, and a collector's edition metal plaque. So basically for the same price of 2,000 Australian dollars that you paid just for the Note 10, you get a whole bunch of extra stuff for free. You just kind of have to deal with a custom painted Star Wars phone if you hate it, but you get free Galaxy Buds. So win-lose for some people, win-win for others. And finally, the most important piece of tech, in my personal opinion, that's come out in December 2019 is the official announcement of the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chip. If you're unaware of what this chip is and what it means, it basically means a huge leap in technology, especially in mobile phone technology. So the Samsung S11 is predicted to be using this chip inside its devices. This chip is also going to implement some amazing features into the Samsung device and every phone that precedes it. It has the ability to record 8K and 4K footage in 120 frames a second and slow motion video in 960 frames a second. That's, if you know anything about cameras, that's beyond belief basically. And that's all from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this new little tech mini series and recap of December 2019. If you did, smash that subscribe button 2019 style. Have a Merry Christmas, and as always, I'll see you next Monday.